management, that type of stuff. So,
At Who's Cares Design, we're more of like a family. Our whole, I guess you could say, organization, or more of like our family, and our atmosphere is we're about having fun. We're actually about quite a few different things, but our number one thing is having fun, doing great work, trying to be leading edge in the work that we do. The environment here is really, it's more about friendliness and openness. Our whole environment is set up so that everybody kind of knows what's going on with one another. We're more about, if somebody's having a bad day, we all feel it. When the way that we're set up now is, since we're such a small group, we're pretty much a leader. I guess I would speak in more of like a general term. It'd just be like a team leader / manager / account executive, and then you've got a programmer, and then you've got a programmer, a designer, and then an interactive programmer, producer. So right now, we're being so small, we play a lot off of each other's strengths and weaknesses, and we all kind of have to lead a job individually by ourselves. It gives us a little bit more individuality as we build it and create it, but at the same time, it's more of like a team field atmosphere. Like everybody's pushing to make something the best that it can be. It's no longer just like, I'm sitting here doing my one project, which we are at times. I'm doing something, my partner's doing something, our other person's doing something, and we're helping each other. As we all work through our project, we'll stand up and go, help the other person and go back to what we're doing, and then that person can come over and help us. So it's really just, it's all about openness and freedom.
Our work environment is very corporate. It's Marriott Vacation Club. We work for the corporate office. We are in cubicle land. Everything is beige. But we have really tried to push the envelope of what we can do within that space. The room that we're in now is our inspiration room, and we've got it bright and colorful, and there's toys everywhere, and inspirational books and magazines and stuff. So we kind of have our little creative pod that we can come into if we're going to brainstorm or just need alone space without the chaos of everything else going on. A lot of us have decorated our cubes, either put fabric up on the walls, toys, whatever anybody happens to be interested in. It's funny because when you walk around the rest of this floor, it is beige cubicle land. I mean, it's just like you just want to fall asleep walking down the hallway. But the closer you get to our group, it's like there's slowly more things pinned up on there. And then once you get to our group, we're like covered all over the place with everything. But so we try to make it as creative as we can as far as that goes. And then we always do a monthly creative inspiration meeting where one of the art directors leads the team in some activity. I mean, we've done everything from, having paper airplane competitions as to who's going to fly, the furthest, with found objects, to, things that are a little more work related as far as coming up with different creative exercises. So we try to keep creativity alive that way. The pace of our work is very fast. We have a lot of work, we have a lot of volume in it, and we're busy. So there isn't, unfortunately, as much time as all of us would like to be able to, let our creative juices flow. So you have to kind of have that reserve ready to go, and constantly be looking at, every magazine, every book, every billboard, everything that you see in your day-to-day life, because you never know what inspiration you might be able to pull something from. As far as our department setup, we have a creative director, we have 2 senior art directors, myself and another woman, and we have 4 art directors and 2 production artists, and currently 2 copywriters, but we should have 3. And that's the creative side. We have, 2 production managers, we have a traffic manager and a traffic assistant, and then we have the whole, account team as well. So we have a pretty good sized team.
Our saving grace is that we have a great team, and we like each other. We have fun. So I think wherever you put us, we're gonna make it work. We're gonna have fun, and we're gonna do the best that we can. We work in a corporate environment, which is generally,
as you can see,
very stiff, very, very dry, very quiet sometimes, and so, we try and liven things up when we can. Everybody needs their own, motivation. In some environments, they'll let you have that freedom at work. Unfortunately, we really don't have that. I mean, you can, listen to your headphones and stuff, and decorate your personal environment however you want. So we have a little bit of personal freedom or creative expression in our own personal environment. But as far as organization, we have 2 senior art directors. We have 4 art directors. Both Daniel and I are art directors, and then we have actually 2 production artists. And then we have a whole department of account executives, copywriters, production managers who actually spec, print, and see it through to completion. Take the files and take it from there.
Yeah, there's a print buyers. And
Yeah.
stuff,
So I mean, as a whole department, we have about 40 people, maybe, and 6 of those are in the graphic design field. You want to add anything there?
Sure. No, it is good here, man. I mean, it's I think places is really made of the people who works in it, in to a percentage, and I think it's great. We graduated together, kind of thing. So we know each other from old school times, and people is cool here, so it's a good environment, and you have the opportunity to learn. It's a big company, so to go to press checks, to print, to pick papers, to pick, to be a little more creative than a lot of places that don't have those kind of budgets. So it's a very good place.
Yeah, I can say that in my first job, out of school, we did everything in our department. I mean, personally responsible for speccing the job, creating the job, working with the client, collecting it, working with the printer to get it produced. Absolutely everything from A to Z we were responsible for, and that's not how we're organized here. Here we have very specific job responsibilities, and then you pass it on to someone else who takes it from there. So different companies are going to be organized differently in that way, but it's really good to get the experience and see what all of the different stages are in the process of a job, and it helps you to understand other people's jobs a lot better, and also it prepares you for freelance, because if you've worked somewhere and you've done everything from A to Z, then you can do it all for yourself.